We don't have no space or time to fight, alright, yo, yo. We just have love, no wrong or right, yo, no wrong or right, yo. Yes, we can come together in the sandbox, oh. Yes, we can make new friends in the sandbox, oh. Leave all the problem then, and mind what you say. Brethren, build your journey, and go on your own way. This is a chill place, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry, no, no, no. This is your own base, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to scurry, oh. We say, hey, hey. We are gonna make this crew unite tonight. We say, yo, yo. Inside we'll get your head on right. For me in a bad mind. Me not have no space or time to fight, yo. Me just act up, no wrong or right, yo. No wrong or right, yo.
Hello everyone and welcome to VoxEdit Monday with me, your amazing host Panda Pops. How the frig are we doing? Who do we have in here? We've got Yokes on you here nice and early as always. Tom Voxel, great to see you here. Lanza, Kaiten, great to have you guys all here. And anybody lurking. Okay, guys, anybody lurking, appreciate having you here. Now, even though this is a VoxEdit stream, we will be giving away an alpha pass today. So make sure to stay tuned for the giveaway form coming soon. So yeah, we'll be giving away an alpha pass during the stream today, but it's great to see you guys here. We're obviously going to be diving into VoxEdit, and I do want to cover a few things that I've seen like so many people ask about recently in Discord that I feel like I need to cover it. Like I have to cover it because I have seen at least 5 people in the last week either open up a Discord ticket, private message me, or have just generally asked in Discord about this specific thing. So let's hop into it. Also, how freaking great do I look right now? Sorry, I'm just like looking at myself over on my screen and I was just like, I look good today. At least I think so. Hope you guys are all feeling great. What a great start to the week. I hope you had a great weekend. Were you all playing Sandbox Alpha Season 5? Like, come on now, have you been playing? And I've got to say, that I'm a Celebrity experience is still one of my favorite ones. because I just feel like it shows off what the Sandbox does well. Like, what the Game Maker does well, I should really say. Like, it really shows off what a really good game can be. So let me know, so far for Alpha Season 5, what's your favorite experience? For today's stream, at least at the start, we're going to be talking about avatars, okay? And I feel like we really need to just have a discussion about avatars and about avatars in the Sandbox and the different types of avatars and all of that stuff here. So I'm sorry if this feels like a constant thing that we're talking about here on these streams, but there's been so many questions. Now, most of you, question, do you know when beach keys from the weekly raffle will be distributed? Not sure how long to wait before buying it, thanks. So I believe the raffles are weekly, so if you won in last week's key raffle, then you should receive an email. Now, if you have unsubscribed from Sandbox emails, maybe you won't get the email saying that you won. Yeah, Yokes on You saying it's already in the claims. So, firstly, if you won a key, you should get an email saying that you won. You also may have received... Oh, hello, alert. Did somebody redeem something? No, just Yeoman alerting me. Thank you, Yeoman. Appreciate the alerting me. Hope you're doing well. Blah, blah, blah. Where was I? Yeah, so you would have received an email. However, the email would have been a little incorrect from what I saw. Apparently, some people received one that said Alpha Season 4 and it said Alpha Pass. In reality, it's for the key. You should have received an email that said you've won a key. It may have said an Alpha Pass for Alpha Season 4. That is a mistake. It would have been for a key. Yokes on You already has it in their claims. I would say potentially wait until tomorrow to see if it's there. I know sometimes there's a little, like, they send, like, the claims in batches. So maybe wait. So, yeah. So it's the same as all of the raffles, which just means you have a higher percentage. So if you have the most raffle tickets, you have a way higher chance, but it isn't guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. But I would say if you don't have it by tomorrow, if you want to buy it, go ahead. But for the people, maybe they're watching the VOD, maybe they're not here right now, but for people who are asking about avatars, who want to know about avatars and stuff like that, and avatars within the Sandbox. Firstly, and I will say this, and I know it upsets so many people when I say this, it is not possible for general users to create their own avatar that works in everyone's experiences, okay? It is not possible to create an avatar as a general user in VoxEdit. It actually has never been possible. There has not been... Okay, a little lie. Technically, in a really, really old version of VoxEdit, when uploading was only for the people in the creator fund, okay, so literally limited to just those people were allowed to upload, there was an avatar template. This has not existed ever for general users to be able to use and make an avatar. It is discontinued, it is old, it is not coming back, it is not the way that avatars will be made. Okay. But so for general users, it is not possible to create your own avatar. Now, sometimes when you see me stream, you may notice that my VoxEdit looks a little different. And I have the avatar head and body parts. This is because I am a staff member. And I was given permission to use those when we made the Santa Panda Pops body parts, which were given as giveaway items to the community. So these are not open for everybody. These are open for staff to be able to utilize and put up if they so want to, and to add to the customizable avatar, the customizable free avatar everybody gets. Everything here, like even the medium human, will specifically state it's not an avatar, because the medium human and an avatar are basically, they look the same. They're basically the same, okay? But you cannot make an avatar from this, which is why this specifically says not an avatar, so people don't get confused when they're building that they're making an avatar, because you cannot. Now, let's just go over avatars in the sandbox, okay, guys? Let's just go over that real quick. I just want to be able to have a place where new users can come and they can understand a little bit more about avatars and VoxEdit. So right now we're going to discuss the avatars in the sandbox. We're going to talk about the customizable free avatars. We're going to talk about minted sandbox avatars. We're going to talk about bridged avatars. And then we're going to talk about Game Maker custom avatars for your experience, okay? So there's basically four main types of avatars, okay? We got four main types of avatars. We got the free avatars, we've got the sandbox avatars, we have bridged avatars, and we have Game Maker custom experience avatars, okay? So these are custom avatars for your experiences. So we're just going to discuss these. Right. Change avatar. We're just going to have a quick look at the avatars here, because this covers most of the ones that we've just gone on about. So most of these you will recognize as sandbox avatars. We got the Champion Tactics. We've got Blondish. We've got Captain Laserhawk. We have Shibuya 109. We have Zepto Labs. These are all sandbox TSB avatars. These are what you mint through the Sandbox website. They have their own mint page, and they're the ones that you mint through the Sandbox. You can obviously also buy them on secondary, but these are ones that are mintable on the Sandbox website. And they are all pretty much just IP avatars. Now, there are bridged avatars, where we have ones like the Underwatch, we have Fun Guys, we have let's find another. We have World of Women. We have where's the rest of them? Should I just go external? So here we go. We have Bored Ape. We have Clone Nation. We have Clone X, Cool Cats, Cyberkongs. We've got one right on here. Distopunks, Gods of Rocks, Demigods of Rock. These are all gutter pigeons, you know, dead fellas. These are all where these are bridged over. So if you own the NFT, you get a sandbox representation of that NFT. So if you own this particular dead fellas NFT, you get this one in the sandbox as an avatar, kind of like that what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. Never mind. Interoperability. There we go. It's kind of like that interoperability between the different worlds, different brands, different IPs, and all of that. So those are the two main ones that you'll know about. You'll know about the bridged ones, which are all those external collections. If you have the NFT, you get a sandbox avatar that goes with that NFT. You sell that NFT, the avatar goes with it. It is linked to that specific NFT. The other one is the internal sandbox, like the official sandbox ones, so the ones that we went over. The other one is the free avatar. So this isn't an NFT, you can't sell it, and it comes under custom, and you can customize this free avatar, and you can customize it with different heads, different tops, you know, there's loads of things that you can do here. The key, okay, Appleman. The key, if you won the raffle, the key should appear in your claim section, and the key unlocks premium access areas. So it, a lot of the experiences will have a very small gated section. So what that key does is allow you access to gather like more EP, basically. So you know, if you want a whole bunch of EP, then you're gonna want those keys, and you get bonus EP for, well, not bonus, you get additional EP because you have access to those gated areas. Think of it kind of like in games where it's like a small DLC area. You gotta get the extra item to unlock that area. Thank you, Tom Voxel, for linking that as well. Metaverse Street Journal, good to know. Good to know? You said, how is everyone doing? It's Monday. I have no excuse. I am good, thank you. How are you? Is what I should have said. So yes, so we've gone over 3 of the avatar types now. We have the custom, like where you can customize your free avatar. So everybody gets a free avatar. You can customize it. And these are all body parts. There's a whole bunch that you can choose from here. Body parts, legs, feet, different shoes, basically, and then there are just the sets here. No, these are all good to know too. I am so sorry, Metaverse Street Channel. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. My brain was just like, meh. I guess I'm just not working at this moment. And then, once again, we have the bridged ones. Bridged avatars, you own the NFT, you get an avatar version in the sandbox, you sell that NFT, that avatar goes with the NFT. The official internal avatars are the ones that you mint through the sandbox, like Attack on Titan, Ateez, Champion Tactics, Jab We Met, Netmarble, which I love the Netmarble ones, by the way. The Netmarble ones are probably the cutest ones, and I don't own one. Look at this little dude. He's even got a little dino head on his head. Oh, look at her. See, these are amazing. They're so cute. Adorable. Anyway, they are the 3 main types of avatars that we have. We have the bridged, we have the official ones, and then we have the basic free one where you can customize it. The next one, and this is an important one for a lot of people that are making experiences, which is the custom avatar for your experience. Okay? Let me just go to Big Panda real quick while I open that. And I'm going to show you how you can make anything that you create a custom avatar for your experience. Okay, we should be good. Oh, yes, I agree. Flintstones would be great. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump into this experience. It's not even my tester one, but that's fine. And I've had so many people ask about avatars. I know I mentioned this earlier, but I'm mentioning it again. I've had so many people ask about avatars, how they can create avatars and stuff like that. So once again, it is not possible for general users to make an avatar collection. Okay, I don't want to update. Okay, let's say you have created an experience like so, and you want to add your own custom avatar. This is the avatar everybody will play as in your experience. You're going to click the avatar spawner portal right here, the avatar spawn point, and over in the logic section it should appear, and you just scroll down, behavior, spawn point, and it says right here, custom avatar. It's automatically toggled as false. You're going to want to toggle it to true. And now it asks you avatar model. Right now it's saying none. I'm going to click that. And it is going to give us the library of all of the assets that we have access to. So whether these are the basic assets or whether these are assets that you have created. So let's just say we have a look in my minted ones, and we really want... We want Jokey Smurf's prank box to be the avatar. We can actually select any of these to be our custom avatar for this game. So if you've created something, if you've created, you know, a goblin or this random guy or a duck or Lady Lustwood, any of these can be used. Now, you know, you're most likely going to want to have a locked template. So if you've been editing one, you're going to want to make sure that it's locked. But for it to work properly, however, literally anything. So let's see, now we're a present box. We're jumping. Look at us go. Woo! Ah! Up we go. See? There we go. Nice and easy. Present box. Whee! Boop. Oh, I should probably have turned full damage off. Or if we want to play as Betty Badass. Can. Let's go as Betty Badass. So if you've... Ah! We fell. So if you've created your own character and you're making a game, then you can have it as a custom avatar for your experience. However, you will not be able to play as Betty Badass in any other experience. It is only for this experience that you have used. That's why maybe if you've played some other people's experiences, you might be like, hey, I'm not playing as my avatar, I'm playing as this random character. You know, Tom Voxel with Pet's Kitchen, they've got you're a mouse. You play as a mouse. Everybody is a mouse. And so that is their custom avatar for their game. Okay, so that is a way that you can create that is a way that you can have an avatar be a custom avatar for your experience. However, you cannot have it in any other experiences. Does everybody here understand? Right, quick quiz question. What are the 4 main types of avatars we have in the sandbox? I have said them at least 3 times already. Maybe more. 5 points for whoever gets it right. You joined late. Since you've joined, I've mentioned all of them. Hey, ADJAJ, how the frig are you doing? Okay, can anyone at least name 2? Can anyone at least name 2 types of avatars in the sandbox? Anyone? Hey, Burrito! While I wait for some of you guys to mention any types of avatars in the sandbox, I'm gonna go get that giveaway form sorted for you guys. There's gonna be an alpha pass. We're giving away an alpha pass. Woo! Get excited. Maybe I'll make it a VoxEdit quiz. You know what I am? Ha! Make a copy. I feel bad. It'll be easy. It'll be an easy VoxEdit quiz. Don't worry about it. Okay, we got that, we got that. Okay. I've got to think of some questions now for you guys. Okay, AJ, you came a bit too late, so that's not what I'm asking. Awesome and super awesome avatars. Great. Yes. Right, let's have a look. Okay, I feel like Lula Love. Yeah, TSB avatars, custom avatars, bridged avatars, experience avatars. So, I would probably change custom avatars to just free avatars instead of custom avatars, because it's to customize your avatar is the title in there, but they are free avatars. So the 4 main types are the sandbox avatars, bridged avatars. So as examples, TSB avatars are like ADAJ said, no, ADAJ just said 2 avatars that are not avatars. Attack on Titan, there we go. So, TSB avatars would be like Attack on Titan, Jab We Met, Elvis, Blondish, Shibuya 109, all of those, any that you mint through the Sandbox website are TSB avatars. Bridged avatars are your external collections, so they are Fun Guys, they are Cool Cats, World of Women Galaxy, Bored Ape, maybe Subducks, I don't know, Demigods of Rock, The Underwatch, The Frenches by Andy Ritchie. Like, they are all bridged avatars. You own the NFT, you get an avatar version. The free avatars are the ones that everybody gets for free, that you can customize their body parts, so you can change their head, their bodies and stuff like that, and you can go do that in your profile, but they are free avatars. Then the custom experience avatars or experience avatars are the ones that you can have that are limited to your experience you have created, and you can do this by clicking on the avatar's spawn. And you can click custom avatar. Right here it says custom avatar. You want to toggle that to true and click the menu here, and you can select literally any NFT to be an avatar. If I want this Atiz pass to be an avatar, and everybody would play as this Atiz alpha pass. You know, that's what everybody would play as. If I wanted that to be a thing. Joke's on you. It's not just for it's for literally anyone. People, like, you think about the Fun Guys, think about how much like Touche and Touche Studios put into the community. They did so much that, you know, they were a studio, they had built games for external partners and things like that. They had done a lot of work, they had built out their whole thing. And they made an avatar collection, and they came to the team and they're like, hey, we've got this thing. And so that's why they're allowed to do that. The same with the Underwatch. They have built out a whole thing, and they've got like, hey, we've got this collection. So yeah, it's... And if you were here for the town hall with Cedric, who's in charge of all the avatars, obviously it's not on like the roadmap to making avatars accessible for everyone yet, but it is something that we know the community wants. But you can still create a game with your desired avatar. The other option that you could do, and thank you to the person in Discord who had suggested this to a user, which is if you want your character to look a certain way, you could actually make equipment, and you could mint that equipment. Like, if you're not worried about speed stats, you just want to look a certain way, then you could make the equipment, mint it as a common, although for most equipment-based assets, I do suggest at least an uncommon, but if you don't care about stats, then it doesn't matter. Mint it as a common. And then you can just wear that outfit and look the way that you want to look. So that is also an option open to you. So, once again, everyone, it is not possible for general users to make avatars. The 4 main avatars are the free one, the TSB ones, the bridged ones, and the custom avatar for your experience only. How about game jam equivalent for avatars, so users generated avatars can be brought to life via blessings from TSB? Do you mean Metaverse Street Journal, do you want to re-say what you're saying? Like, no, I know what you meant by, like, brought to life. I know I said brought, but then I was like, oh, you mean bought. But a game jam isn't really for avatars. Do you mean, like, a VoxEdit contest? Do you mean a VoxEdit contest? Like, that there'd be a VoxEdit contest to make avatars? Unfortunately, we can't do that. We can't do that. The reason we can't do that is that the way that the bridged avatars work is that they have an NFT attached to them. So they have an NFT. There is an external NFT. You know, you own that World of Woman, and so you get an avatar version of that. So we would essentially have to go create like this other thing and then go and then go bridge that over. I could potentially talk to the team and maybe we can see if there is a way to do it, but I would not hold out much hope for that. But I do like the idea of us doing a VoxEdit contest and like the top 5 get made into like usable avatars. But it would be a case once again that, you know, as we do with any of our VoxEdit contests, unless stated, the winners, the artists, keep their work for themselves. So if they're allowed to mint that work, then we give them a guideline of, this is the sand that we propose that you should sell at for the rarities that you are minting at. But it is completely up to those winners whether they sell at those prices. So, you know, we could give them permissions, potentially, maybe, but it would be up to them to sell at whatever price they want to sell at. It's not like we could be like, oh, okay, you know, these 5 win, and now everybody gets access to those 5. Hey, Play Games, how are you? Right, let's sort out this giveaway form, and you guys can chat amongst yourselves. I'm trying to think of a question for this. Could we do pivot point, maybe? Okay, right. I've got it. I've got it. So this is for an alpha pass, guys. This is going to be for an alpha pass. Giveaway form incoming. There we go. Hey, Lily Rose, how are you doing? You're still over on X. What are you doing there? Oh, now, because there's somebody over on X, I've now got to go over there. 1 second. There's the giveaway form. You came just in time. You came just in time. I don't know whether you're the only person. Yeah, it doesn't show when people are lurking. I just like to presume that if I say the word giveaway form, anybody lurking on X will be like, hello, I'm here. Somebody redeemed alert. What are you alerting me to? Just Jazzwolf alerting me. Oh, form is locked? Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Thank you for alerting me, Jazzwolf. Form is locked. It shouldn't be. Right. Try again. Refresh. Try again. No, I can't even see lurkers, no. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's not really made for streaming, is it, really? Like, yeah. Right, okay, form's working. Good, 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 good. For the, this is for an alpha pass. This is for an alpha pass. I'm doing good, thank you, Quadwell. How are you doing? Let me catch up with chat now. But yeah, we've gone over avatars in the sandbox. Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Anybody that's come in late, do you need me to just quickly go over avatars in the sandbox again, or are we all good? We understand. Yay, Quadwell! Yes, guys, by the way, Quadwell's is going to be streaming some Sandbox content. Hopefully, they're going to be streaming when we finish, so we'll give them a raid, but if you aren't already, make sure to give them a follow. Because they do really good Web3 content anyway, so if you are interested just generally in Web3 content, definitely give them a follow. You're so confused by the question on the form. Lily, you came in like, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for 37 minutes already. For at least 35 of those minutes, question 1, I have mentioned so many times, including right before you, right before you got here. I don't want to give it, like... You could just look back, like, right before you started watching. Just look back a tiny bit. The form's going to be open for a while. If you just want to quickly look back in the stream, I mention all of the answer to that first question so many times. So many times. So for anybody that is unsure, I have answered that question a lot. That was the main topic of what we talked about right here. Right here at the start. For the last 35 minutes, that is all we have talked about, is those 4 main types. And I think did I put that I'll accept 2? Did I put 2? Or just, oh no, just name 1 type. Okay, just name 1 type. It's easy. It's easy. You've got this. You got this. I only asked for 1. Right, where is my chat gone? There we go. Okay, let's check up with everyone. So Manifest Street Journal, right now, avatars don't appear, like, in your library. I know that this has been something that Alex has suggested numerous times, like, it would be good if they did appear in your library, but I do wonder whether potentially they don't, because if you sell it, then the experience should automatically get like delisted if it's published. So it should get depublished, not delisted. So yeah, I feel like potentially that would hopefully be an option. I'm not sure why it isn't. My first thought was like, oh, if you go to sell it, then it's not going to be in your game. But that's the same for any asset. If you, like, for example, this asset that I have right here, I only own 1. If I decide to sell this asset, the game that this asset is in is published. So if I sold this asset, the game will automatically be depublished, or unpublished, not depublished. It will be automatically unpublished because, you know, I don't own that asset. So when it does, like, it's always checking that those assets are there. So it'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, you don't own that asset anymore. And then it will unpublish that game because I don't have the asset. So I would guess that would be the same, but maybe, I'm not too sure. I know it has been suggested so much. What is option 1? What do you mean, what is option? Play games. Play games. If you're on about question 1, the avatar question, you're gonna have to rewind, my friend. It's the same thing that I told Lily Rose to go do. They have to rewind. I'm gonna have to ask you to rewind as well. For the last 35 minutes, it is all I have talked about. The first, like, few minutes in, that's all I talked about. Right, I'm just trying to catch up with any chat that I've missed, so just give me a moment. Okay, I feel like it's just you guys kind of talking amongst yourselves, so that's good. Oh, there's a random choice called option 1. Is that really? Oh yeah, look at that. Ignore option 1. I must have just clicked the plus button by mistake. You can either ignore option 1 or just click it. It has no bearing on anything. You're good. Yeah, ignore the one that says option 1. We can rewind. I mean, yeah, if you're watching any live stream, you can always just click back in the stream and watch a little bit of the past. Play games, you'll have to open VoxEdit and have a look. Where? Okay, let me show you. So you're watching on Twitch. When you're on Twitch... Oh, where is it? I thought you could. I've rewatched other people's streams. Okay, maybe you can't. Go to Twitter and rewind on Twitter. Maybe you if you have VODs on, I do have VODs on. You should be able to. You have to wait. We're gonna troubleshoot this. We go down. Is it because it's myself? Wait, let me go. Let me go to my Twitch and look at the sandbox. Maybe it's because it was... Maybe it's because it was... no! It's the volume's on. Shush. Shush me. No thank you. No, I'm still not seeing it come up. I could have swore there was a way. Pick the stream name. That's what I did, but I couldn't see it. Maybe it, right. Quadrail's talking you through it. Go west, hopefully you see it. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, see, look. There we go. You can rewind and all sorts. There, look. So you click, oh, you click, yeah, okay, right. That's how you do it. So while you're on the live, thank you, Quadrail and Jazzwolf. You click where it says the Sandbox game, and then it comes up with, like, the videos. And then, no, it's not when you go on the live one. How did you get to it? Videos. All videos. There we go. It's automatically put me on the old one again. Oh my goodness. Let's fix that real quick. So for people wondering, and I know this has been said so much, Alex has messaged Twitch support numerous times on this front. Okay, it is not possible for us to... Well, it's saying that I'm on that one. But yeah, it's not possible for us to change. Edit stream info. Yes, give me the stream info box. It's saying that I'm on the correct one. Do I have to just click it again? Interesting. Very interesting. Are there extra points for mentioning more than one avatar? No, play games. You just need to name one type of avatar. Not, and by the way, not like Attack on Titan or a tease. I'm asking for the specific types of avatars we have in the sandbox. Monarch Prince, so I did suggest to Tom Voxel maybe wait until tomorrow, but most people have been saying that it's already appeared in their claims. So maybe it's already in your claims? And if you don't have it in your claims, maybe buy it. I did suggest Tom Voxel to maybe wait until tomorrow, but you should have potentially received an email saying that you won. So take that how you will. The question mark one? Huh? Yeah, Lula Love, there was also an issue where the email was slightly incorrect by saying Alpha Season 4 and Alpha Pass. No Alpha Pass. Okay, was there any more questions about avatars? So I mainly wanted to cover the avatars because we've had a lot of people ask in Discord recently or in private DMs saying, how do I make avatars? You might ask whoever has control of the originals. Yeah, I mean, that's, if they can, that's great, because that's the only way that it's gonna get changed. That's literally the only way it's going to get changed. And I think Alex knows who it is, and I don't. So, yeah, if Alex is going to ask, that's great. Because that's literally, that is what Twitch told us, which was the only way they will change the title is if the actual official name of the game changes. Question mark one was for the video from today, Panda. I'm still confused. Can I take a moment to appreciate my Atiz avatar? Yes, you could definitely take a moment to appreciate your Atiz avatar. Right, there was another thing that I wanted to bring up, which I know a lot of people had already noticed and had reported it prior to Alpha Season 5, and I did say, like, it's been reported to the team and stuff, and I know Lily had also mentioned it, and I know Zumsy had also posted a thing. So, I believe, and don't quote me on it, assets used with Universal from the Origins prior, so the Origin assets prior, they all had stats. You may have noticed some of those stats have changed. You may have even noticed some negative stats. This is a bug, okay? This is a bug. None of our assets should have negative stats. When I spoke to the team when it was first reported, they had said that they had not changed anything on their end. So this is a bug. The stats are not meant to have been changed at all. However, it was decided due to communities, like how the community responded to assets with Universal Catalyst having so much power, so much speed. It was decided that anything that we minted using Universal Catalyst after, and I don't know whether it was after Origin, maybe there was one more after that, but around the Origin equipment, anything around there afterwards would all have a base stat of 0. They wouldn't have anything. Basically, the Universal would primarily be almost like a common, in a sense. And that was obviously for us to like, Sandbox not to basically reduce the effect of the higher tier catalysts that people would be spending to get those higher roles. Why would they get that if there's like all these universal catalysts that Sandbox get to mint, where like top value stuff, and everybody gets them for free, because the Origin ones were for, you know, being an avatar holder. And so However, it was brought to our attention that some of the new Universal Catalyst assets off of the Battle Pass had these stats, had negative stats and had stats assigned to them. That I do not believe they should have any stats because they've used Universal. I cannot comment on what those stats are meant to be. What I can tell you is the use of Universal Catalyst after a certain point, everything was meant to be a 0. All of the ones that had stats originally at least from Origin prior, those stats will be fixed. If you notice any of your equipment that has had change in stats, I do encourage you to go put a JIRA ticket so the team can be aware of all of the assets that are affected. Yeah, so Lily Rose, yeah, Playboy one, I already knew about that one. That had already been reported at the same time that I had reported the Origin ones. Thank you to the community that had pulled that up. The official thing that I was told was, you know, due to bandwidth and Alpha Season 5 was coming up, it was only like 2 weeks prior to Alpha Season 5, I believe, or around then. I could be wrong with dates. That they won't get fixed until after Alpha Season 5 because they need to be ready to do any fixes that might arise during the Alpha Season. That Alpha Season is a higher priority because they will then be able to fix that afterwards. Yeah, thank you, Lily Rose, as well. I do fully, thank you, Go West. I do fully suggest, I know it might be a little frustrating if you're not getting, like, responses from them, but the teams involved do see them. I also, when I saw Sums's thing and Lily Rose, I think I also saw your thing in Discord as well. The first thing I did was go to the owner that I had spoken to prior, where they were like, hey, yeah, thank you for raising this. They looked into it, they were like, yes, it is a bug. We can't fix it right now, but we can at the end of Alpha Season 5, we'll start fixing it. And because at the time, it only appeared to be like 3 or 4 assets had been affected, it didn't seem as high priority. Right now, we're seeing a lot more of those assets being affected. So I did go to that owner of that, and I was like, hey, we're getting a lot more reports. Here's some screenshots. You may be getting some tickets coming in. So they are aware. They are discussing, like, hey, are we able to fix this sooner? I don't have any information right now, but we will let you know when we have more information. And I know it can be frustrating, but just so you know, the ones that used to have stats are not getting nerfed as far as I am aware, and as far as the person that does that side of things is also aware. So hopefully, you know, that you all understand that they're newer assets. I cannot 100% say whether they're meant to have stats or not. The ones from the Battle Pass where somebody was showing that it had negative stats. We should not be having any negative stats as far as I'm aware. And as far as when I spoke to people, they were aware we shouldn't be having negative stats. That's not something that we've ever mentioned or talked about before. Although I do like the idea of that, but obviously not as a surprise. But basically, let's just say from the Origin ones, it may be like 1 or 2 assets after the Origins, but let's just, for this conversation's sake, I definitely know it was around the Origin assets. So somewhere around the Origin assets, all of those should have their original stats, and it is a bug, and they'll be fixed. All of the ones after that used Universal Catalyst should be on 0, because that was what was decided due to community feedback. Yeah, everybody will see the negative stats. If you see it, if one person sees it, everyone's seeing it. The way that it works is the game client and everything, it pulls the data from the dashboard. So if it's broken on the dashboard, it will be broken on the game client. So everybody's going to see that bug and that issue. Like a piece of equipment you have to wear to get through a gate, but it reduces your speed or something. Yeah, like, you know, you're wearing some, like, heavy defense armor. It makes sense that, you know, you wouldn't be able to move as quickly. I get that, but obviously, I don't think anybody wants that as a surprise. So yeah, that's the information I have, which is, at least from the origin prior, which does include the Playboy one, some of those are broken and those stats should be fixed. It's a bug. All of the ones after the origin or thereabouts shouldn't have any stats. They shouldn't have negative stats. They shouldn't have positive stats. They should just be zero, almost like a common asset. And that, if you're seeing stats, that is most likely also a bug, especially if you're seeing negative stats, and it will be fixed. So hopefully we've covered that. I wanted to put people's minds at ease because obviously the few people that had mentioned it to me prior, there had been no more sort of talk about it. So I thought, okay, it's just a few of those items. We're kind of okay. Hopefully, you know, people will be able to wait until it can get fixed. But then we started seeing more items being broken. Yes, the negative there will not be negative stats. I don't believe negative stats. Does it really? Lounge Soul, that's gotta be a lie. That can't be true. Luckily I'm here and I can test that. No, it doesn't. You lie, Laren. I was like, no way. You lie. Okay, back to VoxEdit, guys. Or giveaway, what do you mean type of avatar, not an avatar collection? Zumzy, for the sort of first 35-ish minutes of the stream, I mentioned it. So, not... What types of avatars are there? When we talk about avatars in the sandbox, what are some avatar options for you? You can rewind. I suggest somewhere within the first 35 minutes, I talk about them a lot. Zumzy, there is no... This is why I did the stream. There are no possible way for general users to make an avatar in the sandbox in VoxEdit. In VoxEdit, that technically in VoxEdit there is one type of avatar you can create, and it's limited to something, and that could be your answer. But also you can rewind the stream. Look at that, Jazz Wolf is like timestamp something to give people a heads up. Okay, now back to VoxEdit. Okay, guys, we're back to VoxEdit. What do you want me to make today? I'm actually taking suggestions. I'm gonna take suggestions from the chat. What are we making? What do you want to learn? Not trim stamped. She's Jazz Wolf's giving you a link to around the right area. What on earth is this giant land? Let's have a look. What a great picture. I mean, I assume that they own that entire estate and maybe they're selling... It looks like they're selling a piece of the estate. So that's what a lot of people... You may have noticed that's what a lot of people have been doing, which is people would have bought like really large estates, and a lot of people sell just the plots individually. Yeah, you're not buying the entire thing. You're buying one plot. So you're only buying this one plot. You're not buying the entire estate. When people have it like that, you are buying one plot of land. I don't know if there's an easy way to find a 3x3 on OpenSea. You want me to make a dog? Okay. Is there a template we can make use of? I guess we could use the medium mammal. Alright, here's our everyday asset that is super empty now. We're in April, right? April 7th, 2025. Hey. So this is, if you are new to VoxEdit. Oh my gosh. One sec. If you're new to VoxEdit, a good way to sort of learn the tools and get started is to actually use the templates and start by editing them and doing all sorts. So what we can't actually add any extra nodes and stuff because it is a template, it's locked. So what we've done is we've saved it, and I wish I didn't save it because then I'm going to have to go off of it, and we're going to click create new asset. I'm going to find this one and name it final. And we're going to import the hierarchy. I'm going to click that character right there. And now we see that our animations are now open. We can now actually animate if we want to change the animations. And we can now add and do whatever here in the skeleton panel. If you don't unlock it, all you can do is recolor and like maybe add some stuff. So you could do like a full recolor. You could change the workspace box and make things larger and smaller, but you can't add additional nodes. Hey, ADJAJ, how the frig are you? Welcome back. Hey, Dimitri. You have a nice day. Oh, somebody asked a question. Sorry, because you're over on YouTube. I don't know if that YouTube person... Edmendo, I don't know if you're still there. So I cannot see/use my season pass I minted yesterday. What could be the problem? Okay, so I assume you used the word minted. Did you mint it off of the official Sandbox website? If you can't see it, can you see it if you go to OpenSea? If you go to OpenSea, do you see it? I do know that somebody was having issue earlier, like they had issue yesterday and it still didn't appear today, but they had minted some assets and they're not appearing in their workspace, but they can, they're not appearing in their wallet, but they can see them on OpenSea. Usually if it is in OpenSea, it's just taking a little bit of additional time for the Sandbox website to basically pick up and read that, oh, you now have this item here. This item is now here and you now own it, and it's just taking a little bit. It could be due to traffic. I don't know how long. So a few things, information I need to know. Did you mint it from the official Sandbox website? Did you, can you see it in your OpenSea? Is another really important question. Is it appearing in your OpenSea? Next question is, how long ago did you mint it? ADJAJ, throwing up the little Jinx character. My favorite League of Legends character is Heimerdinger. And Syndra. But mostly Heimerdinger. Right, let's load in oh, damn it, I don't have a palette. I don't have an easy access palette. Can I just revert to default? Will you revert me to default? You will not. What if I click to do... If I just duplicate... No. Sad face. Okay, how do we make this wolf look more like a dog? Well, we gotta color it firstly. I also feel like maybe we make its nose... Hey, Laren Soul! GG's! So I'm just gonna have a little look at some dog pictures. Okay, right. Pretty happy with that. First thing is, let's get some color. So what I'm doing here is I have, selected a swatch color, and then I am left clicking until a little, wait, can you see? Am I in the way? No, I'm not in the way. I am left clicking until a little square appears, and then I can drag that over, and it's basically copying that swatch color, and then I can just move it here. Another thing I can do, let's say I click and drag over all three of them, hold it down until the little squares appear, move it down, and then let's just say, click and drag that there. Now I can highlight between this first color to this last color, right click, and I can choose to blend, or you can do Control B is the short key for it. And now it will soft blend, true blend, and then do it again, and you get an inverse. I'm gonna go for a soft blend, and it'll just blend those browns all from like that lighter color to that darker color that we selected. Next, what I'm gonna want to do is just change the nose a little bit and mouth. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a closed mouth on this. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of this. We're gonna get rid of the teeth. Gonna drag all of this in. And then I'm gonna, I think, if I take this brown, I'm just gonna make it kind of like a much lighter color here. And for now, I'm just gonna color like this whole section in. And I don't really want these side bits. Ooh. Color all of this. All of this I want to have colored in, and then I want to drag it down a little bit. It looks so bad. Alright, and we're just gonna select some of these other colors, and we're just gonna color it in a little bit, okay? You don't need to be too serious about it. Also, don't really want the ears to be like sticky up, so we are actually also gonna delete the ears. It is not gonna look like a dog at all for a few minutes. Here we go. And I think if we just do, I think this bit is in the way, so I'm gonna delete that. I like the bushy eyebrows. Let's keep those. And then I think for its eyes, have them be a bit darker. Why am I like, I don't know what dog eyes look like. Okay. Okay, they do have a little bit of white. I was like, do dogs have whites in their eyes? I want to take this and kind of make it kind of like a golden black. Okay. I don't know how I feel, but we're gonna carry on as if we feel good, because that's the only way you get to feel good about a decision, is to just carry on with it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to fill out that giveaway form for your chance to get an alpha pass. It looks so bad. I promise. Oh, a bit. Wait, let's have a look at. Oh, I've already started. Okay, bearded collie next time. It is in OpenSea, but there is no image, just image holder. Yes, from the Sandbox site. It was the Saturday night you minted. You're level 6. Okay. I feel like potentially I'm gonna raise this as a slight additional issue, just because somebody else who's minted something, like they used their catalyst and minted something, is also having this issue. The image not showing is kind of normal. Usually you have to click to refresh the metadata and wait like an hour now. Seems to be the going time. But let me... So, it appearing in... One, it being official is fine. One, it appearing in OpenSea means that you shouldn't really need to worry because you own it. Everything's on the blockchain, which means it is traceable, that you have purchased this item as long as, you have purchased it from the official website. I'm taking your word as is. But so if you have purchased it and it is a legitimate pass, and you can see, even without the image, you can see that it is there. And also, if you go and have a look, at your blockchain transactions, you'll also see that. That means it is there. It is there, and, it should appear. And I get, like, Saturday is a long time to be waiting, which is why I'm going to note this down now. After the stream, I'm going to go send a message to the team and be like, hey, do we know what's up with the time that it's taking for the website to catch up to OpenSea? But I would say you have less of a worry because you can see it in OpenSea. Like, it is there. So you have purchased it. It is there. Okay? I would say less of a worry. As you are level 6 already, you obviously know that the Alpha Pass is usable to be retroactive. So it doesn't matter whether you get the Alpha Pass at level 30 or level 10 or level 1 or level 22. You're going to unlock all of those rewards because you have the Alpha Pass. My only concern was if you had potentially purchased a used Alpha Pass. So if you had if you hadn't minted it, you used the word minted, which is why I believe that you have minted one off of the website instead of purchasing from secondary, which means, if you purchase from secondary, we have warnings like, we can't guarantee it's not been used if you're purchasing from secondary. You said you've minted it. I'm going to take that as face value. I'm going to take this down as a note. The keys? Yeah, so if you, Metaverse Street Journal, if at any point you get a key, you can go back to that experience. The experiences aren't closing. As long as you're doing it in Alpha Season 5, you can go to that experience and play that experience and unlock that area at any point. But so I want to note this down. Person minted, I'm not going to put purchased, minted Alpha Pass Saturday, still hasn't updated on TSB website. Okay. You had a debate with someone who thought that once the experience of the day is over, you potentially don't get the EP. I mean, when the experience of the day, you get the EP for playing it that day for the experience of the day. Let's take a quick look. Right. So, the experience of the day gives you a bonus of 15 EP. So let's have a look at, let's go to the hub one. So I'm looking at the hub page, and right here we see, wait, here's the hub, there we go. Right here we see the normal quests, adventure quests, hardcore quests, premium quests. Now, the keys are premium quests. The keys are premium quests. So at any point you can go back and play those premium quests and you know, get those rewards. And then we see the bonus EP here. So we've got the experience of the day is a bonus EP. We have the social challenge. We have the NFT bonus as well. You can't see my mouse? Yeah, okay, well, just pretend that you can. Right, let me make it big. Okay, there we go. Look, it's taking up most of the screen right now. So you see, on my screen, you see open to all normal quests, 4 out of 4. You see the adventure quests here, 20 out of 20. You see the hardcore quests, 10 out of 10. You also see the premium quests. It says NFT required. That NFT is a key. The keys are for the premium areas. The keys are for the premium areas. That's what you need the key for. Okay? Then the bonus ones are the experience of the day. So if you play it that day, you get that bonus EP. It doesn't matter about the premium quest. In fact, I could go into the experience of the day and I could do, let's say, let's take this one as an example. Adventure quests is 20. There's 20 adventure quests. I could do 5 of those quests and still get the bonus 15 EP for the experience of the day. Even if I didn't complete the experience, if I did 1 quest, it still counts my EP. And then I can go back. Just point upwards with my hands. But I don't cover the, like, my arms disappear. Blah! They disappear. You're not going to see. But over here, we see the bonus EP. See the bonus EP over here for the social challenge, experience of the day. And they're for that day. You know, you got to do it that day to get those. But for all of these other quests above us here, they can be done at any time. You know, like for some experiences, you're gonna want to maybe, you know, do it all at once. Like the Jurassic World Preserve experience, you're gonna want to do all of that at once. I have got to go to the toilet. I have drunk a cup of tea and a pint of water, and I really need to go pee. So I'm going to apologize. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Jazzwolf, if you can link that Alpha Pass giveaway form, that would be great. Everybody fill it out if you want an Alpha Pass. Okay, I am back. Oh, Lily Rose also went to the toilet too. Cool. Okay, so yeah, as we were talking about, thanks for the clarification. This is really helpful. Yeah. So the bonus ones are done on the day, so experience of the day. needs to be done on the day. Social challenge needs to be on the day that the social challenge is. But all of the other ones above me can be done at any time. You can go back and do whatever. Obviously, and I know this is super frustrating for a lot of people, and I understand, and a save or persistent saving is coming in some future updates. But obviously right now, Sandbox doesn't have a save feature, and I get that it's really frustrating. You heard me flush? You shouldn't have done. The flush is the other side of the house. I went all the way upstairs. My office, let's say my office is here, okay? You have to go out of my office, round, up some stairs, more over here. Let's move everything over. Like, it's literally the other side of the house. You would not have had the flush. You're so silly. You lie. You lie. You heard my door. That would have only been the thing that you heard. Right, anyway, I've lost track of what we were talking about. The quests, okay? Obviously, oh yeah, saving. Obviously, I know it's really frustrating. I would say the one that you're going to want to do in one sitting, and it is, I'm going to be streaming, by the way, stream schedule, I will show that in a few minutes. But I will be streaming on Tuesdays, 2 p.m. UTC, and I am going to be playing the, where are you? The Jurassic World, there we go, the Dinosaur Preserve. And this is because the hardcore quest is to get to level 15. Yeah, Metaverse Street, 100%, yes. I don't disagree. It is something I have been shouting at the top of my voice every time we get, like, an internal staff, like, feedback form. It's like, where can we improve? I'm like, save feature. I want a save feature. Give us save. Is, like, the one thing that I am constantly being like, we need it. And it is coming, but we need it. So, with this one, with the Jurassic World Dinosaur Preserve, it's obviously, once again, you got your experience of the day, you got your social challenge, and we have our premium, hardcore, adventure, and normal quests. So the premium quest can be accessed at any point. You don't need to replay the entire game again. In fact, I didn't even do the premium quest the first time I played it. I went back in and did it. The adventure, have they adjusted this? So there's gonna be a new quest for this experience every week. There's a weekly new quest. Lots of people today went in and they were like, hey, it didn't save anything. None of this has been saved. Obviously, it saves all of your EP that you have already done. Yeah, the NFT ones are saved. Yeah, the NFT ones are saved based off of what level they are. And obviously the Parasaur, if you go in and, I think it's if you own the Dillosaurus. I forget what it's called, I apologize. That one, the Parasaur will stay there if you, like, click to skip the tutorial section. And I went in today to go do this week's weekly quest, and I had done it in 10 minutes, maybe even less, probably 5 minutes. All I did was, and it may have been, you know, easier for me because I have the other dinosaurs, I have some of the NFT dinosaurs, so I fed those, so my points go up a little bit faster. Metaverse Street Journal, do you own any of the dinosaur eggs? Do you own any of the dinosaur eggs? Because I think it's only if you own the common dinosaur egg, it lets you skip the tutorial. Yes, you should be able to skip it. You know what? I know this is VoxEdit, but we are all about Alpha Season 4. I'm just going to show you. I've also just realized that I've got to readjust my screen. Where is it? Display. Transform, reset. There we go, cool. Did I say season 4? Oh my gosh. Season 5. So yeah, right here, when I come in, and it does tell me all my dinos have evolved, which is a little annoying. But yeah, it says, Dilophosaurus detected in wallet. Do you want to skip the tutorial? And you can click yes, I want to skip. There you go. And then, as you can see, if I go... quickly load in. Look, there we go. He's right there. Eat. We've got sand piles as well. I'm just gonna... oh, paleo every time. Nice. Okay. But see, we just started, and like straight away, I can click and go do this premium quest. If I hadn't done it before, I can now do it now. And all the premium quest wants you to do is reach 1,000, which is easy enough. And then let's just quickly do this one. There we go, art projects. And here we go. If we go here, look, our Parasaurus is an adult as well. And I do suggest if you are playing this for the first time and you want to get to the level 15, you want to be upgrading your boosts over here. They want upgrading. You're going to want to upgrade to the feeders as soon as possible. They're going to be what really helps you. There we go. And if you're loading in for the first time as well, then... oh, enough of that. Where are you? Where'd the coins go? Oh, they're up there. How do I get up there? Here we go. And then these give you points too. Look at that. Now we've got a whole bunch of points. And there's a whole bunch of places that these are at. So we've already done this one. We've been in here, what, like 3 minutes? We already did that quest. Done. Now, 1, 2, 3, 5. Right, and we just got this one to do. You're all fed. That's great. Cool. Right, and now we don't really need to worry about anything else. Just go over here. We just wait. You know, we could go collect more coins if we really wanted to. There's some up there. You can go up this vine if you so wish. Look, right now we've got enough to complete the quest. You go up these vines, and there's some here. Look at that. There we go. We've got another one. 150 extra. Boom. Go down here. Done. Talk. Done it. There we go. That's that. That's this week's quest. Done. We did it. That's... I know it can be really frustrating, but yeah, if you've... but that's if you've already played it. If you've already played it and you've done all of the quests, then you only need to just do enough to do that one quest. That's all we needed to do that one quest. And that's not too difficult. And I fully understand. And I'm with you in there. I am with the people that are like, hey, I really, really would just like to have it be like a save feature would just be great, please and thank you. I am 100% with you. I am right there, fully agreeing. can kind of turn these into ears. What do we think? I was kind of wondering to myself, like, how do we add some ears? But I think this is how we add the ears. I want it to go this way or this way. I think this way. Oh, look how cute it is! I feel like this still needs to be a little bit more in. Maybe I've done it too much now. I feel like maybe I have. I've ruined it. Yeah, I actually think I did ruin it. Let's bring it out one. Yeah, and down. Cute. What do we think so far? I think it's looking cute. Look at that. A little cutie pie with a henchback. Right, we might need to re-edit this, but what I do want to do is just get the color correct on almost all of this little cutie. So all I'm doing is just coloring in everything in the same color, because we can always go back. Because this is utilizing the swatch off of the medium mammal template, we need to get our colors in here. So this is how I go about it. So I just kind of color everything in. What we could do as well is I could click this and duplicate it and then like spin it around. I feel like this is just as fast. The only issue is if you end up wanting to add additional colors, so you got to be pretty happy with the color swatch that you've already got, so you don't have to keep going back and changing this. I am pretty happy with the swatch that we've got here. I don't feel like I need to keep going back and forth on this. I'm happy. Hey, Sir Alekin, how are you doing? So all I did was I copied the swatch, and now I'm pasting it. So Control C and Control V. And I'm using the paint mode as well as the flood, like the bucket tool, so it floods that area with the desired color. Also, I forgot to ask you guys, what did you get up to over the weekend? Did everybody have fun? Like, I went to the beach. I know we talked about it. Was it on my personal stream? I think it might have been. I went to the seaside the other day. It was fine. It was very windy, but it was still very nice. And one of the places we went to, they have this really cool climbing wall. An amazing value for money. For an hour, it was £10 for our youngest. Our youngest was the one that wanted to do it. And he had so much fun. Like a whole hour, just a tenner. Amazing value. See, everybody jokes about that. It's actually like we have quite a lot of sunny moments. It's just we also have a lot of rain too. But it generally does get really nice, and a lot of people in like, and I'm gonna just say America in particular, but only because that is what my TikTok kept showing me, which was when the UK was having a legitimate like heat wave, and I know people like joke like when it said like the UK's gonna have a heat wave, and it wasn't like very hot at all. Even by UK standards, a heat wave is I believe determined by how many degrees hotter it is than average at like for that week. So if like the day prior was 8 degrees and then the next 2 days were 20 degrees, that is a heat wave because it is meant to be 8 degrees. It has gone up by so much. I don't know the exact amount, but as but you did once. Then, Lily, you should know that it gets real hot. Like, where I lived when there was, like, the really bad heat wave, it was 41 degrees. But I have been to other countries where it has been 40-ish degrees, and I have not been near as horrible feeling, hot and miserable. And there's a lot of different reasons. It's a different kind of heat. It's a different kind of heat. It is also like the UK isn't like the infrastructure isn't built for that sort of heat. Honestly, yeah, it's the humidity. For a few weeks in July and August sometimes. Yeah, but even then, no, the UK is still determined by heat as well, not just humidity. It is, if it was humidity, then we would be having a heat wave constantly. It is by heat, but by the way that a heat wave is determined is when it is so many. I can't remember exactly what way it is, but it's either so many degrees above like the average of what it's meant to be, or so many degrees above like what it was like the day prior. But it is because of that, like, we do have horrible humidity. It is, a lot of time it is like 98% humidity, and it is horrible. Yeah, see, that's the problem, Jazzwolf. Like Lily said, for a few weeks, it honestly is. I don't feel like I need aircon for 2 weeks. Because that is roughly, like, that's when it's at its worst. I am comfortable at a lovely 20 to 22 degrees. Anything past that, I'm starting to get uncomfortable, okay? And most of our summer is roughly at that lovely sweet point where I feel great and it's hot and I can wear dresses and not feel uncomfortable. But then I can put up to 25. But anything past that, I am hot, sticky, and horrible. Lily Rose, I don't know how long ago it was when you were here, but there have been, at least the last few years, there have definitely been times where for at least 2 weeks, it is like AC would be good. Aircon would be good. But at the same time, I have also been like, but we don't need it because it's for 2 weeks. It's been a few years. Yeah, come back this summer. Time it perfectly. But also don't, because I don't wish that heat on anyone. I don't. To put it in perspective, I was in the UK, it was something like 30 odd degrees, and I was hot and miserable and sticky. I then went to New York for NFT NYC, and it was roughly 30 odd degrees, and I felt comfortable. In fact, I had a jacket on. That is the difference. I felt I could put a jacket on in New York, and it was still warm and hot, and like the temperature for in the UK, I would be like, I want to rip my skin off. Edmendo. I'm so glad for so it's worked for you. Do I need to report it or you're all good? Like it seems to have all caught up now. It's still I think I might still report that there was like a really big delay because buying it on Saturday and it now being Monday evening. I don't know when on Saturday, but let's just say exactly 2 days. Let's say it's been exactly 48 hours. 48 hours is too long in my opinion, but I think I'm still going to report it, but I'm glad everything went through for you. So I know it would, but I'm glad that it is there now and you have it. Right, we got to sort this dog out. Okay, the ears have got to be bigger. Ears need to be bigger. Gotta have bigger ears, which means we need to extend our volume box. So what I'm doing here is there's a volume resizer tool and it brings these arrows up. You can actually hold shift and it will drag it out on both sides. And press enter and we're all good. 2. I am also utilizing the mirror tool. I use this a lot and I do suggest anybody building in VoxEdit to use the mirror tool because it is very, very helpful. Okay, let's think of, should we add some darker color to the ear? I'm thinking like just on the edges here. Maybe all the way up. Yeah, I'm liking that. The dog looks so angry. Yeah, angry dog. With its big eyebrows. Little cutie. Okay, let's see what the ears look like now. Okay, it looks pretty good. The dog is obviously a little bit hench. Okay? It is a buff doggy. So let's make this one just a little bit cute, a little bit smaller. Is that normal? I think I'm good. I see season pass like used. Is that normal? Yes, because you've if you've already seen the claims, then you have now used it. It has been used by you. If you see the claims and, you know, the claims are appearing, let me know if you're having any issues. If you minted from the sandbox, you should be good. 1 week of sun, then back to normal rain weather. Yeah, Manchester's so further up north definitely gets more rain than we do where I am. We still get quite a lot, but yeah, we do get a fair amount of rain. Oh yeah, you said you just claimed it. So if you've claimed it, you've got it, and the pass has been used by you, so it will show used. Just so you feel more secure, let me just go to my wallet. And as you can see here, you can see my used. So there we go, jungle category key shows as used, and the Jurassic World pass shows as used. This is normal because I have claimed items. And it's the same for if I go to Alpha, there we go, Alpha Season 4. Oh no, it didn't say used for that. Never mind. I thought it did. But it's normal. You're good. If you've claimed it, you're good. Right, let's just, so what we're going to do to make this slimmer, to bring the dog in, because we did make like the face a little bit smaller and everything, so we got to bring the dog in. So the thing that I like to do is, because up here we only have double or half the size, we can't like just reduce by a certain amount. So what I like to do is I will just go for like the smallest sections first, and I usually start on the sides, and I'm just going to reduce it all by 1. So we've done this one, now we're doing this, we've got this bit, so we're going to reduce it by 1. We've already done up here, but we haven't done this bit, so we're going to do that by 1, but then I'm going to do you by 1, and we're going to push this back bit in, And then we're going to do this bit. Going to do the back. This bit is smaller than this bit, so we're going to push that in. Push this bit in. Double checking. Push that in. Push that in. And now everything is still like basically the same. We've just reduced everything by 1 voxel either side because we've used the mirror tool. We just go in, and it's hard to tell, but it's definitely done something. There we go. We can see the gap between the legs and the rest of the body. And we would have to do this with all of the pieces. I mean, maybe you want a thicker backside. I don't know. Totally up to you. But this is what I'm going to do on mine. There we go. I'm just reducing it by 1. We do this piece? No. And so I'm just looking at it from here, and this is a very simple one to do. Oh. So that's why we do it for the lowest pieces, because if we do that, we've now lost that shape. There we go. I also feel like maybe the back of the head here needs reducing a little bit, but not by too much. So I am just going to reduce this and this to just give it like a little extra shape to the back of the head. And then all we're going to do is we're going in here. Actually, no, we're not. Sorry, because the pivot point's in the right place. What we're going to do is, because we've unlocked it, you can see right here, there's these little diamond shapes. I've just toggled it on. So there's these little diamond shapes. There's like 3 in a row. And this is actually going to move this for every key. And I think for all of the animations, but we'll just double check. So we're on 12.46. We're going to want to move this 1 voxel in. So we're going to want to be on 11.46. We can either do it here, or we can go to the inspector and we can just change that to 11.46. As we can see, it is now in the leg. The leg parts themselves, I feel like the thickness is already good. I don't have any complaints there. So we're just going to go to this one. Once again, we can see this is minus 12.46. We're going to want to do minus 11.46. We're just going to move all of these pieces in. So minus 10 to minus 9 and minus 10 to 9. Here we go. So we've moved all of that in. Now, obviously, the dog looks very just one color and just very basic. So we're going to want to obviously add some more detail to this dog. But we are running out of time. And I do have that giveaway form that we got to go over. So I am closing the giveaway form. The giveaway form is now closed. I'm going to make the spreadsheet. Okay, let's check this. Right. Okay, so we got Preab. Oh, poor Preab said don't know to all of them. Okay, name one type of avatar in the sandbox, not a collection. So this is what like the first 35 minutes of our stream was, because lots of people had asked about how do I make avatars in the sandbox? Like, is it possible to make avatars in the sandbox? It is not, not possible to make an actual avatar playable in all experiences in VoxEdit. And we've had a lot of people ask this. So any of these answers are correct. And I'm going to do as quick of a rundown of the avatars. So one type of avatar in the sandbox are the official sandbox avatars. So these are the ones that you mint through the sandbox. These are Tease, Champions, Tactics, Netmarble, Jab We Met, Blondish, Steve Aoki, Snoop Dogg, the Captain Laserhawk. They are the official sandbox avatars. The other options are any of the abridged avatars. These are if you own a certain NFT, you receive an avatar version of that NFT. If you sell the NFT, the avatar doesn't belong to you. It's linked to that NFT itself. So these are like, we've got Sup Ducks here. These are Sup Ducks. The Jungle Freaks. We got, is that the Rumble Kong League? We've got Bored Ape. We've got Demigods of Rock. We have the Fungi Collection, the Frenches, the Underwatch. We have, who else do we have? We have World of Women, Cool Cats, the Clone X. So they are, so far, the two main ones that you will usually see are the official and the bridged avatars. The next one is the free NFT. So the free NFT is the one that you, sorry, not free NFT, the free avatar, my apologies. The free avatar is the one that you build when you create an account, and you can customize it. So you can customize it with different body parts and stuff like that. So you could be any of these characters here, or you can mix and match. You can choose to have, let's select heads that you can see. You can, you know, choose any of these, like body parts. And then like different shoes. You want some orange shoes, you want these shoes. I think as well some have like color options, so you can, you know, change the smile there. So we got, the color options are just for select portions from what I'm seeing here. But yeah, you can mix and match a lot of these options. So there's the free avatars that you can customize. There's, I don't want to save. There's the free ones. There's the official ones. There are the external / bridged ones, and then there is the custom avatar for your own experience. So the custom avatar can be literally any item that you see in the library. I talked you through how to find it. You go to the avatar spawner, you click it, it gives you the options like, do you want a custom avatar? You can toggle that to true. And then it says like avatar model. You click that, it brings up the library for all of the assets in your library, whether it's the basic assets or ones in your wallet or ones in your workspace. Any of those. You can be a box, you can be a cat, you can be a fish, you can be a pass. We did it earlier. I made the custom avatar one of the partner passes. So but it's limited to your own experience. That is what we mean by the types of avatars in the sandbox. So those are the four main types. We've got the free one that's given to everyone. We've got the official ones, we've got the bridged / external ones, and then we have the custom ones for your experience. And some people answered small, which is incorrect, but we got a lot of people who had answered correctly. Right, what is the amount of max amount of faces for optimization if you go into VoxEdit? You can see right here, please stay below 5,000 faces. 5,000 is the maximum for optimization. Obviously, you can break this, but your asset will be less optimized. This is also a guideline for all of our VoxEdit contests that you cannot be above 5,000 faces. How large are the terrain blocks? I'm looking at some of these. Wow, some of you got this very incorrect. Oh, I think somebody answered, who was that? Somebody answered the size of a land, and I'm not asking for the size of the land, I'm asking specifically for the terrain blocks. So when we're on VoxEdit, we've got the block here, and these are terrain blocks. So a terrain block will always be 32 by 32 by 32, or that's in voxels, so 32 voxels by 32 voxels by 32 voxels, or by sandbox standard, 1 meter tall. So 32 voxels in the sandbox is 1 meter tall. An avatar is 2 meters tall. So they are the questions. Now, let's see who won. RNG. Generate. Number 9. Did number 9 get all the questions correct? They did. Play games for fun. You are a winner. And also, I just double checked. Red Lily, well done for going to look back, because you did get every question correct as well. I just wanted to, yeah, you did. I just looked at that as well. So well done. I do want to say well done to Lily Rose. You didn't win, but I did want to just specifically let you know that you did go and get all of them correct. But play games for fun. GG's. You did. I'm glad. Do you know what? That's the main thing I want from these VoxEdit Monday streams, is for you guys to go away with at least learning something about VoxEdit. Even if you're not too keen on wanting to use VoxEdit, maybe you're not a voxel designer and you're not that interested, which, by the way, you know, take part in our VoxEdit contest, because there is participation prize. And I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I do want to say well done to everyone. There we go. Jazz Wolf answered in chat as well. Free avatars, TSB avatars, bridged avatars, and custom avatars in your own experience. So yes, hopefully everybody here has learned something new. And I already know, when I went to the toilet, I walked past and my dinner was already being like ready. So it is going to be cold, but I'm okay with that. So, well, I'm not okay with that. I like to have a warm dinner, but it is what it is. It's better than not having dinner. We're going to raid Quadrail's art. They are playing the Sandbox. They also play a lot of Web3 games, as well as some traditional games too, but they have been very sort of interested in Web3. I do want everybody to give them a huge Sandbox welcome and everything like that. So they are streaming some Sandbox games. Give them lots of love. And because I'm going to go eat some dinner. But yes, we're gonna raid. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. Oh, I was gonna show you the stream schedule. I'm back here tomorrow, 2 PM UTC for 1 hour. We're gonna play some Sandbox Alpha games. We're gonna have an Alpha Pass to give away to you guys. As always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. I will see you next time. Goodbye.